Alright, so you guys can see the video also, right?
Like,
Okay, perfect then. Can see. Yes, perfect. Alright, then we'll start the lesson for the day then. Okay. By the way, just let me give you all a small idea on the chapter we are going to do today, okay, before starting the chapter itself. So I told you all, I mean, you guys are aware of that. Alright. Okay, so the chapter we are going to do today is actually probability. Okay. Alright. So what you have to understand here is, Lamai, under probability, in terms of your exam paper, we have two sections in the sense one is going to be from grid, okay, and another one is going to be from tree diagram. Okay, one is from grid, another part is going to be from tree diagram. And actually I think there are two grade students here, right? Grade 10s and grade 11s. Can you all tell me how many grade 10 students are here? I think you guys can raise your hands. Yeah. Okay, only three. Okay, four. Okay, all right. Anyways, so actually, I'll just give you all an idea. The reason why I asked you all is because, Lamai, when it comes to probability, we have probability in both your grades, grade 10, okay, and grade 11, both the grades. The only difference, there's a small difference when it comes to grade 10 and grade 11, which is with replacement and without replacement. Okay. In grade 10, what you have is with replacement, and in grade 11, what you have is without replacement. So some of you all might not understand what I'm saying now because I didn't explain the concepts yet. Okay, so just have an idea. So in grade 10 you have with replacement, in grade 11 we have without replacement. Apart from that, for grade 10 and grade 11, for both the grades we have the same concept, a small change, that's it. Okay, when it comes to your O level paper, you might get both. Sometimes you will be getting with replacement questions, or sometimes you might get without replacement questions. Okay, so the reason why we have to learn both grade 10 and 11 together is because then you will be easily understand the difference between the two parts. Did I make sense? So it will be easier for us to do the questions also. So what we are going to do today is, like, we'll discuss the whole concept including grade 10 and grade 11, and we'll directly move on to the past paper questions also. Alright, so it will be easy for you all to understand how the questions are being tested in your exam paper. Okay, fine. The second thing is, while we are discussing the concept, one thing, remember, if you couldn't understand any parts, you just can unmute and ask the questions. Alright, don't wait till the end. If you have any questions or if you couldn't understand any small part, just unmute and ask the questions, or you can use the chat as well. In case if I didn't see the chat, just make sure to unmute and let me know the questions you have. Alright, and okay, there are some. Sir, your screen is blurred. Is it the same for everyone? Is it fully blurred? Well, let me check on that. How about now? How about now? Just give me a minute. Let me sort this out. Should be all good now. Okay. Okay, perfect. Well, let me come here. Now it's somewhat better than before, right? Okay, can manage. Thank you. Okay, okay, fine. We'll start the chapter for the day then. Anyway, so can you tell me, Lamai? Now I can see there is some sort of chattings going on the group. Okay, fine. Anyways, so can you tell me what actually probability means? Have you all heard the term probability before? Okay, anyway, so let me give you all an idea. So, okay, so when it comes to the term probability, probability lamai, actually probability means it's something like the chance of something to happen. Okay, like for example, let's take a cricket match. Okay, let's take India versus Pakistan. All right. So let's take we have a match tomorrow for these two teams. So if I ask you what is the probability of India winning the match, what do you think would be the answer? Okay, half. Good job. 100% India. Okay, so simply that's the point. Like, see, so we don't know what actually the result would be. So comparatively, if we compare the two teams, okay, I'm not supporting any team here, but simply if we compare the two teams based on the what do you call the players we have, actually India has a high chance of winning the match, right? Isn't it? Like let's take based on a percentage. So I would say like around 70% we have India to win the match. So the remaining 30%, no, let's take it like 25% for Pakistan to win the match, and the remaining 5% where the match would draw, like both would get the same what do you call, same score. Forget about the what do you call the super over thing and all. Okay, forget about super over. We don't have that super over in this case. Okay, so by looking at these values from this, what we can understand is okay, India has a high chance of winning the match. All right, but that doesn't mean Pakistan won't win the match. Did I make sense? Because we don't know what the exact result is until the match is gonna over tomorrow. Okay, what we are saying is just we are seeing the chances of something to happen. Is that point clear? That is simply probability. Okay, now I'll just check a basket for y'all here. Hope you guys can see the basket here. Can I get a confirmation, please? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. All right. So what actually I have put here is Lamai. There are 5 balls. Okay, I'll show it to you all. We have 3 green balls. Okay, we have 3 green balls, and we have 2 yellow balls. All right, clear? I think due to this white color screen, you guys cannot see my. Okay, now I think it would be a bit fine, isn't it? So see this. So see this. Can all see the 3 green balls now clearly? We have 3 green balls, and we have 2 yellow balls. You are getting lagged. What do you mean? Is it only my screen or my voice as well? Well, let me try a different network. Okay, is it all good now? Hello, okay. Can you hear? Can you guys hear me clearly now? Okay, I'm really sorry for the issues, Lamai. Yeah, okay, we'll continue now. I think now it should be all good. We have sorted all the issues. I'm really sorry again. We'll continue. Okay. Um, I'll come back to this story. So what I have here is voice is okay, but the video only played. Okay, we'll try to solve that out with the time. Okay. Okay. Now everything is okay, I guess. Anyways, so we'll come back to the story. Now see this from the beginning. Okay, we have three green balls and we have two yellow balls. So all together I have only five balls here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this into a basket. Okay, fine. So let me write this. I have three green balls. Okay, and then two yellow balls. Now in primary grades also, Lama, you guys have learned probability. In primary grades what you have learned is only one draw, so which means we have five balls here. Only one time I'm going to pick a ball. Is that clear? That is something you guys have learned in your primary grades. So actually I'm going to pick only one ball. Okay, so if I have picked a ball already, I will know the result. Probability means before doing the event, before taking one ball from this basket, we are gonna see the probability, we are gonna see the chances. Okay, so now tell me, out of the five balls we have, how many chances we have to select a green ball? To select a green ball, how many chances we have? There we go. I have three chances out of the total five. So we can write it as a fraction. Any questions up to this? Hello, okay? Okay, now tell me, what is the probability of me selecting? I'll go with here. A yellow ball. Simply 2/5. Okay, now tell me which color has a higher probability of me to select. Is it green or yellow? Well done. Okay, it's gonna be green. Simple, right? We have only two colors, so one is green, one is yellow. To select a green, we have three chances out of five. To select a yellow, we have two out of five. That's it. This is what you have in your basics, which is going to be just one draw. All right. Okay. Then what we have in grade 10 and grade 11 is, Lamai, two draws, which means we are going to select a ball from this basket two times. Is that point clear? Or two people gonna select balls from these five. That is what you have in grade 10 and 11. Okay, now I have a small question to ask from you. So in your basics, in your primary stuff, can you tell me how many chances we have altogether if it's one draw? If it is one draw, how many chances we have altogether? Your answers, please. Yeah, we have five altogether. Any other different answers? So simply we have 5 chances altogether. 5 chances in the sense, like out of these 5 balls, okay, out of the 5 balls we have, one option is I can select this first green color ball, green one. That is one option. Another option is I can select green 2, or I can select green 3, yellow 1, yellow 2. So those are the 5 balls we have inside this basket. So we're going to take only one out of the 5. So the result is going to be only one out of these 5. So the possibility is, the total possibility is only 5. We have only 5 chances. Like for example, if it's let's say the cricket match we discussed earlier, what are the possible results we have? How many possible results we have? One is India winning the match. Another chance, India losing the match. The third chance, none of the teams are going to win, which is a draw simply. So we have only 3 possibilities: win, lose, or draw. So same like in this example, we have 5 possibilities. It's going to be either G1, G2, G3, Y1 or Y2. Only 5 possibilities we have. Apart from these 5 options, we don't have any other possibilities. We don't have any other outcomes. Are you all clear with that? So only out of these 5, one is going to happen. Now my question for you all is, if it is true draw, what we have in grade 10 and 11, if we have 2 draws, for this example, how many total possibilities we would have? Just quickly think and tell me. How many total possibilities we would have altogether? So now without any lagging, you guys can hear me, right? If anything is there, do let me know. Okay, I'm getting different answers. So don't worry about making mistakes. The main thing is just try your best. Don't be silent also, just give your answers. Whatever you feel would be the answer, just go for it. And then I'll explain. What about the others? Okay, my question is, Hamas, if it is true draws, if we are gonna take the balls twice, how many possibilities we have altogether? How many outcomes we would get? Only one, but like out of how many? Okay, good job. Okay, so many of you guys are coming up with 25. Actually, yes, we have 25 possibilities. Okay, I'll explain how we are gonna get this 25. For this, I'll go for white color, wait. Okay. Now, see this. We have 3 green balls, right? G1, G2, G3, yellow 1, yellow 2. Now we are going to take only once. At the first time, we're going to take one ball, right? Okay, so let's assume I'm going to select this green color ball. See the story properly. First, I'm going to take this ball. let's take two draws means one is I'll write my name for the first draw. I'm gonna take the first ball, and Hama is gonna take the second ball. So two draws now. I'm gonna take one ball, and Hama is gonna take the second ball. So then the event is gonna get completed. Okay. Now, if I'm gonna take, in case if I took this green ball as my first in my first draw. See the story. I took the green ball, and I'm gonna replace it back to the basket, which is replacement with replacement. Okay, I took this green ball, I'm gonna replace it back to the basket, and Hamas is coming, and Hamas is also gonna take the same ball. Is it possible or not? So the event I told you is possible or not. You guys can use the group to tell me your answers. Simply possible. So which means G1 is a possible event. Any questions? So this is a possible event. This event might happen. Another possibility. Let's take, I'm gonna take the same green one ball. Okay, I'm gonna take the same green one ball, and I'm gonna put this back. Hamas is coming. He is taking another green color ball, which is the green 2. Is it possible or not? That is also possible, which means okay, which means G1, G2 is also possible. So either this can happen or this can happen. Another possibility. I'm gonna take G1 in the first draw. Hama is gonna take G3 in the second draw. So third possibility. Another one. G1, Y1, G1 and Y2. So how many events, how many possibilities we have so far now here altogether? Come on. We have 5. So what you have to understand here is all 5 of these possibilities is from taking G1 in the first draw, which means I took G1 in the first draw. Only from that event there are 5 possibilities. But in the first draw I can take some other balls also, right? What if in case I took G2 in the first draw? Then the same 5 would repeat again. Do you all agree with me? So which means G2, G1 is possible. G2 is also possible. G2, G3 is possible. G2, Y1 is possible. G2, Y2 is also possible. So far now we have 10 possibilities. Is the point clear? Now another a set of 5 would come if I take G3 in the first draw. I'm gonna take G3 in the first one. So Hama is gonna take G1. G3, G2. G3, G3. G3, Y1. G3, Y2. So from this I think you should have understood the remaining 2 as well. Yeah. So let me quickly complete that one also. So I'm gonna take Y1 in the first draw. Sorry. Hold on. Sorry about that. Okay, so the next thing is we have few more. y2g1, y2g2, y2g3, y2 y1, y2 y2. So these are the total 25 sample spaces we have. So simply for one specific chance we call it as sample space. All right, for one specific like possibility, I mean outcome, we call it as sample space. So in this case we have a total of 25 sample spaces. Is the point clear now? If it is true draw, we have 25 chances altogether for this specific scenario. All okay with this? So far, do you have any questions or any doubts? If you don't have any questions, can you just confirm it to me? Clear, everyone? Okay. Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. I think my device has an issue with the camera. So from the next class, I'll try to do something for that. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I think in the recordings, you would be able to see the video properly, I guess. We'll see. I'll look into that. But unfortunately, I can't do something for the video quality right now. I have to change the device for that. So from the next time, I'll look into that, okay? Okay, anyways, so now we'll go to grade 11. So this is what you have in grade 10 now. I told you in grade 11, we have without replacement. So a small difference, just a small difference, okay? Now let's take, this is G1. We'll go from the beginning, okay? This is G1, okay? What I'm gonna do, first I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna select a ball. Let's take, I'm gonna take G1 in my first draw. Concentrate properly, listen properly. I'm gonna take G1 in the first draw. Now what happened is, Lamai, I'm not gonna replace this back to the basket, which means I have taken this G1 and I'm gonna keep it aside. Now do you think we have G1 inside this basket? No, right? We don't have. Fine. Now Hamas gonna come. Hamas gonna come and select a ball. Do you think it's possible for Hamas also to get the same G1 ball? Yes or no? Is it possible for Hamas also to get the same G1? No, right? But it's possible for him to take G2. It's possible for him to take G3 or yellow 1, yellow 2. Is that point clear? Yeah, so what we have to understand is if it is without replacement, this event is not possible. Is it only G1, G1? What if in case in the first draw itself, I have taken the G2 ball. Let's say in the first draw, I'm taking G2 and I'm not going to replace it back, right? So when Hamas comes, it's not possible for him to take the same G2 ball I took. Do you all agree with me? Understood the concept? Because the ball I took from the basket is not available for him as an option. So what happens is G1 G1 not possible, G2 G2 not possible, G3 G3 not possible, Y1 Y1 not possible, Y2 Y2 not possible. So if this scenario is a without replacement scenario, can you tell me how many chances we have altogether? There we go. Anyone has a doubt? If yes, let me know, I'll explain again. Any questions or any doubts? So this is the reason I told you we have to learn grade 10 and grade 11 probability together, so it would make more sense. Yeah, I'll come to the grid. Just what I'm doing is just I'm explaining the concept. So if you know the concept, grid and tree diagram would be nothing. Okay, so with tree placement means, wait, okay, now see this basket. Okay, see this basket, there are 5 balls. Okay, with tree placement means in the first row we are going to take one ball, right? In the first row we are going to take one ball, and what we are going to do is we are going to put this ball back again to this basket. Okay, when the second person comes, it's possible for him to take the same ball because it's there in this basket. That is with replacement. So the main concept what you have to understand is same element or the same ball being picked from both the persons is possible. So it's possible for the same ball to be picked in both the draws in with replacement. In without replacement, what happens is the first person is going to select a ball and we are not going to replace it back again. Alright, now when the second person comes here, it's not possible for that person to select the same ball we took in the first draw because he don't have that ball as an option here. Did I make sense now? So selecting the same ball again, it's not possible. Well, I'll make it even more easy only from 2 balls. So I think that would make more sense for you all. Okay. Now let's take this is a basket. I'm going to take my hand. Okay. I'm going to take only 2 colors now. With replacement means, okay, with replacement means, let's take, I'm going to come and take a green ball, the first draw. And I'm going to replace it back again. When Hamas comes, it's possible for him to take the same green ball. So the same item being picked in both the draws is possible in with replacement. If I replace it, it's possible. Let's check without replacement. I'm going to take the first ball. I'm not going to replace it back again. Okay, I'm not going to replace it back again. Now when Hamas comes, he don't have the ball we took in the first draw as an option. So he can't take the same ball again. So simply, same item being picked in both the draws is not possible in without replacement. That is the only difference we have. Is that point clear now? Everyone? David got it. Perfect. Mariam? I'll come to the grid. I'll come to the way of answering questions in a while. First, we'll understand the concept behind this. Is everyone okay with this? With replacement and without replacement? Perfect. All right. Okay, so I can get the replies on. Actually, I'm getting the replies only from a very few. Hope the others also got it. Okay, now, yeah, okay, thanks for replying. Perfect. Now, another small tip for y'all. Okay. So, see, in with replacement, okay, right, without replacement also. In with replacement, the total number of sample spaces we got was 25. In without replacement, we got 20. Can you remember this? Now we have a small tip for this. Actually, how we get the total number of sample spaces? This is actually total number of sample spaces, okay? Total sample space. How we get this is simply we have to multiply the number of elements we have in the first row and the number of elements we have in the second row. Okay, first we'll see the with replacement thing. So now I'm gonna come and pick a ball, right? So out of these balls, how many options I have? Just see individual, okay? For the first row, how many options we have? How many balls we have? Come on. I need quick replies, please. There we go. There are 5 balls, right? So in the first row, I have 5 balls. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna select a ball with replacement. I'm gonna put it back. Now Hamas is gonna come. How many balls Hamas will have now in with replacement? How many balls Hamas is gonna have? There we go. Hamas also gonna have 5 balls, right? So first draw times second row. 5 into 5 gonna give me 25. Alright, without replacement scenario. Okay, from the beginning, I'm gonna come and select a ball from here. Okay, I picked a ball. Fine, I picked a ball, which means I had 5 options. From the 5 options only, I'm gonna select a ball. So for the first row, we have 5. After selecting a ball, without replacement means we are not gonna replace this back again. I'm gonna keep it aside. Now when Hamas comes, how many balls or how many options Hamas will have? He's gonna have only 4. Perfect. So 5 times 4 gonna give us 20. Is that clear? Are you okay with this? Any questions, any doubts? Okay, now this basic is also done. Now what we are going to do is, now it's going to be very simple because we are going to see how the workings are going to be to answer the question. So far what we discussed was, we discussed the whole concept. Okay, now you know the concept, what probability is, how to see the sample spaces and all, you all know now. Now what we are going to do is, we are going to see how to answer the questions. Fine. Now see this thing properly. So just see only this part. Now by looking at this itself, you should have understood this looks very messy. We have 25 and 20 sample spaces, but this looks too messy, isn't it? See, G1, 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 G2, G1, G3, like it's confusing, right? Doesn't look proper. What we are going to do here is, to do the same thing, we are going to use another alternative option to represent the same outcomes. That is simply known as grid. We are going to represent the same thing, but in a proper way. Is that point clear? Hamas, what's your doubt? You guys can hear me clearly, right? Is it still lagging? Is it still lagging? Okay, thanks for the confirmation. Now shall we see how to do the grid? Now it's if it's possible, you guys also have a writing paper or something and try to do the same thing what we are doing. So it will be easy for you all to understand. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going for a blank sheet. Okay. Yeah, I have come for a blank sheet. Let me draw this for you. Hope you guys know what is Cartesian plane. No, sorry. So we're going to draw a Cartesian plane here only using the positive sides. Okay. Clear? Fine. Now see this properly. We have two sides, right? And we have two draws also. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to name the two lines or the two axes as the draws. Any way you want, you can name, no problem. I'll take this as my first draw. Okay, and this as my second draw. Or I'll write the names also. I'll type this as, I'll name this as Aslam. And let me name this as Hamas. Okay, so we both are going to take the balls. Now, before seeing the sample spaces, we'll name the elements. Okay, now in this basket there are 5 balls now. We have 5 balls. What I'm going to do is I'm going to name all the 5 balls here. I'll name it as G1, G2, G3, Y1, Y2. Alright, in any order you want, you can write, no problem. If you want to write yellow first, no problem, you can do it. Yellow 1, yellow 2, G1, G2, G3. Or green first and then yellow, no problem. In any order you can write. But one point you have to remember is, as I told you, in any order you can draw, in any order you can write, no problem. But make sure to use the same order for both the lines. Any order is fine, but it should be the same order for both the lines. So it will be easy for us to do the workings. Is that clear? Okay, now I'll do the same thing here also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll use the same order. G1, G2, G3, yellow 1, yellow 2. Now what we are doing is with replacement. What we are doing is with replacement. I'll mark this one now. I'll go for white. Back to the same basic things. There are 5 balls. I'm gonna take G1, gonna replace it back again. If Hamas comes, it's possible for him also to take the same green 1 ball, which means in first draw also G1, second draw also G1. So instead of writing it as G1, G1, what I can do is I just can simply cross over here. I can mark this point because this is a sample space. This X means G1, G1. Is that point clear? Okay, so this is a possible thing. Now, is that the only possible thing? We have many options, right? So I can take G1, Hamas can take G2. So this is also possible. G1, G3 is also possible. G1, Y1 possible. G1, Y2 possible. So technically what we are doing here is we are representing the same thing what we did earlier, but in a proper understandable way. Any questions or any doubts so far? What do you all think? No? Okay. So from this what you have to understand is we can do the same thing again for all the lines because G2, G1 is possible, G2, G2 is possible, G3, Y1, Y2. Okay. So I can simply cross everything we have here. Is the point clear now? How many sample spaces we have altogether? The last part I didn't get it. Okay, so the point is earlier, can you remember we wrote like this: G1, 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 G2, G1, G3, G1, Y1, G1, Y2. So instead of writing like this, what I can do is I can mark these cross symbols, because this cross over here, okay, see this cross over here means taking G1 in the first draw, G2 in the second draw. Okay, so this is done. We'll see this one, G1, G2, which means taking G1 in the first draw, G2 in the second draw. If you take this one, G1 in the first draw, G3 in the second draw. G1 in the first draw, Y1 in the second draw. G1 in the first draw, Y2 in the second draw. Is the point clear now, Maria? We are representing the same thing using cross symbol now. Clear? Any other questions, any doubts? Now quickly note this down. So put the heading is at heading has with replacement, and quickly draw this grid. Down, done. Okay. I'll give another 30 more seconds. Okay, so here I'll draw the without replacement also in the same grid. So this section is with replacement, and what we have is without replacement. So in without replacement, can you tell me what are the parts we have to remove? If you guys can remember what we did, what we discussed for without replacement, can you tell me what actually happens in without replacement? In without replacement, what happens is, Lamai, the same item being repeated in both the draws is not possible, which means okay, I'll take this side as without replacement, okay, because I can't what do you call, erase this because I have taken a screenshot. I'll come to this. So in without replacement, wait, let me take this as with replacement. We'll take this as with replacement, this as without replacement. So in without replacement, what happens? If I take G1 in the first draw, I'm not going to replace it back, which means Hamas can't take G1 again. So this section is not possible. We'll go to another possibility. I'm going to take G2. If I have taken G2 in my first draw, Hamas can't take G2. So the sample spaces we have for the same item is not possible in without replacement. So G3, G3 is not possible. Y1, Y1 is not possible. Y2, Y2 is not possible. So this is the grid we have for without replacement, and this is the grid we have for with replacement. So go to another page, quickly name it as without replacement and draw the grid. Yeah, Amaz, it's a bit blurred, but we'll try to zoom it. I think that will be the same. Is it better now? Wait. Yeah, hold on, you can't see the screen, just a sec. Now can na? Is it clear? Oh, I'm sorry again. Um, yeah, I'll try to sort that out. Yeah, I think I have to change the device for the camera. Yeah, for now, please manage. I'm sorry about that, Lamai. And by the way, you guys can get the recording from my YouTube channel. Okay. What I have done is I have directly yeah, hold on. Yeah, I have directly broadcasted this. So the live is going on. So which means later on you can get the recordings directly. Once after the session it's over itself, you can directly get the recordings. Okay. And hope you guys are following the channels, either my channel or the EduZone channel, whatever the channel it is. I'll share the link in that as well. Okay. The other thing is I'll be doing the same lesson for the physical students. The dates are going to be tomorrow at Colonna Video Zone and on Monday Grandpa's Video Zone. So if you'll want to, you can join that as well. It's going to be the physical, so there won't be any sort of what do you call the connection issues or whatever the problem you have here. I'll send you how much. Just drop me a text, or I'll be sharing that in the channel as well. Okay. Okay, fine. Now all good with this? So far you're okay with this? So now this is how we draw the grid. Okay, now the next thing, we'll see how to solve questions. Based on this. Now, how the questions will be tested is, Lamai, they will be asking some questions like this. Let's take, what is the probability, okay, what is the probability of selecting green ball in both the draws? So how many possibilities we have to select the green ball in both the draws? That's the question. Is that clear? So now by looking at the grid, just can you all just give a try and see how many possibilities we have for us to select the same ball, sorry, same green, not the same green ball, same color. The green, whatever the ball it should be, no problem, but it should be green. It could be G1, G2, G3, whatever it is, no problem. End of the day, that should be a green. So what is the possibility of selecting green ball in both the draws? I'll give 10 seconds quickly, find the answer and tell me. Green in both draws. Anyone got the answer? No answers yet. With replacement. First we'll do with replacement. So for each and every question we are going to do with replacement, without replacement, both. Okay. Okay. One has sent me the answer. What's the probability of selecting green in both the draws? 9. Okay. Two answers. So don't worry about making mistakes, just to try. Okay, okay, fine, fine, no problem. We'll discuss this together. Okay. Now, can you guys see this with replacement grid? Okay, before this, I'll go for a small story. Okay, before this, wait. Let's take. Okay, let's take. You're gonna play a football match. You have a football team. Okay, you simply understand. Okay, you have a football team. So for this team, we have a football team. There are many players here. In this team, there are many players. So your coach says, okay, your color code is black and white. You have two colors. Okay, one. You have two dresses. You have a t-shirt. Okay, and then you have a short. Okay, so you have a t-shirt and a short. Now your dress code is gonna be black, white. Okay, so whatever the color it is, it's I mean no problem if you have black and white. Even only white is also no problem, only black is also no problem. Is that clear? Now tell me, how many possibilities you have to build up this dress code using black and white? How many possibilities you have? How many color combinations we can have for these two dresses? One possibility is, Lamai, a student or a team member might come with only black, which means the t-shirt is also black, the pant or the trouser, the short is also black. Possible, no? Black, black, possible. Another possibility, the t-shirt is black, the short is white. Second possibility, this is also possible. Another possibility, t-shirt is white, the short is black. And finally, t-shirt is white and the short is also white. Are you all clear with these four combinations? So only these four combinations, right? Do we have any other combinations apart from these two? No, right? So yeah, this part is clear. No? This part is clear. Perfect. I'll give a small tip. So normally there are some other ways of doing these questions. I'll just give you a small tip. Okay. We have the grid now. We have the grid. How many groups we have? Groups in the sense how many colors we have. In the first draw, how many colors we have? Very good. We have two colors. So see this properly. This section is green. This section is yellow. I think you have the option to zoom in your, zoom the screen in your Zoom app. So just try it, even if it's blur. I'm really sorry about that. Just try to zoom in and see if it's not clear. Okay. So you understood, right? We have these three as green, these two as yellow. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to draw an imaginary line. Actually, don't go and draw a line, okay? Just actually don't go and draw a line. Just what I'm going to do is, I'm going to draw an imaginary line. I'll use, if I use gray color, you won't be able to see. I'll go with orange, okay? To separate these two groups, I'm going to draw an imaginary line. Are you all clear with this? In the first draw only, I have done that.
Aslam sir.
Yes.
இன்னும் ஸ்கிரீன் கொஞ்சம் கிளியர் இல்ல சார்.
ஸ்க்ரீன் வந்து எனக்கு
ஸ்கிரீன் பிளரா தான் இருக்குது.
ஸ்க்ரீன் டிவைஸ்ல சின்ன பிரச்சனை உண்டு.
அடுத்த ஃபைனான்ஸ் சேவர் ஏலுண்டா ஸ்கிரீன் ஷேர் பண்ணிக்கோங்க அவடைய. ஸ்கிரீன் ஷேரும் பண்ணுங்க, இதுவும் கொடுங்க. அப்ப ரெண்டு புள்ளைகளுக்கு ஓகே.
அப்படி பண்ணிக்கோங்க சரியா?
ஸ்கிரீனை ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க. அப்படி செய்யுங்க. ஸ்கிரீன் ஷேர் பண்ணிட்டு லைவ்
பண்ணனால ஸ்கிரீன் ஷேர் அந்த ஆப்ஷன் இல்ல. அத நான் ட்ரை பண்ணினேன். ஸ்மார்ட் போர்ட்ல இருக்கனால ஸ்கிரீன் ஷேர் ஆப்ஷன் இல்ல.
ஸ்மார்ட் போர்ட்ல இல்ல, உங்களோட லேப்ல ஸ்கிரீன் ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க.
இப்போ நான் செஞ்சு கொண்டிருக்கிற ஸ்மார்ட் போர்ட்ல சொல்லி அது ஷேர் பண்ணிக்கோல எல்லாமே. அதான் இஷ்யூ.
இல்ல உங்களோட லேப்பை கனெக்ட் பண்ணி தான் நிக்கிறீங்க?
இருங்க நான் அப்படியே ட்ரை பண்ணுவேன்.
லெஃப்ட்லேருந்து அதுக்கு ஸ்க்ரீன் ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க. அப்போ அதுலேருந்து உங்களுக்கு இதாக்கிது.
Okay, just give me a minute, Lemma. I think. Can you all see a white color screen now? What's the screen you guys can see? Wait. Can you all see a white color screen now? Yeah. Okay. Wait. Let me.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yes. Okay. We'll use this. Now can you see the same screen in two windows? Is it better now? I mean, I think you will be able to see the video as a separate window and the screen sharing as another one. Yeah, is it clear now? In when we could have tried this earlier, no? I'm really sorry. Okay, perfect.
அசம் சார் இது நல்ல
இது ஓகேனா? Okay, sir. Okay, thank you. Okay, so I'll have to do this again. I'll quickly mark this. Okay, G1, G2, G3. Y1, Y2.
Recording in progress.
Hello, okay? Okay, perfect. Now, I told you, right, where did I stop? The imaginary line, right? Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna draw an imaginary line here. Alright? Okay. Now, we are done with the first draw. We are done with the first draw. I'll go to second draw also. Okay. Now, in the second draw also we have the same two groups, right? We have the same two groups, green group and the yellow group. I'm going to draw another imaginary line for this also. Alright. So now can you all tell me, Lamai, how many groups we have or how many sections we have? There we go. We have 4 sections, right? Good job. We have 4 sections. Now, shall we name these sections? For this section, can you tell me what are the color balls we have? But it has to be in proper order. In first row, what is the color we have? So this is these are the options. So all these 6 are gonna be green in the first row and yellow in the second row. Is that point clear? So I can name this as green, yellow. Is that clear? Okay, so I have 4 sections now. 4 sections means this is gonna be one section. This is gonna be another section. This is gonna be my third section, and this is gonna be my fourth section. Using the 2 imaginary lines, I have created 4 sections. Understood now? So the first section we have now if it's possible, just look into the video. Even if you can't see it, it'll be easy for you to understand. Okay, so these 6 options we have. Okay, these 6. This is actually obtaining green in the first draw, obtaining yellow in the second draw. So that is why I have named it as GY. Got it, everyone? So if you have got, can you tell me what is this group? What is this group? This one. What is the color in the first draw? We have yellow. And the second draw, there we go, we have yellow and yellow. And this one, we have yellow in the first draw, green in the second draw. And finally, this one, we have green in the first draw, green in the second draw. Is that point clear now? So we have 4 sections, right? Now can you tell me, out of these 4 sections, what are the sections we can take for the first question? Obtaining green in both draws. We'll number these sections, okay? I'll number this as 1, 2, 3, 4. What are the sections in both draws? Only number 1, isn't it? So how many cross you have? How many sample spaces you have? Out of, altogether, out of? When you're giving the probability, you have to give it as a fraction. The answer, well done, that's it. Is everyone clear with the question I asked you all? And the way we have to easily find it? Yeah. Now I'll ask a question from you guys, something different. Now, if you have understood this properly, you would have, you should be able to get the answer for this question, okay? Now tell me, what is the probability, listen to the question properly, what is the probability to obtain same color in both draws? Same color in both drawers. I'm not mentioning a specific color here. Just I'm saying you same color in both drawers. So what are the sections we have to go with? Well done. 1 and 3. So the answer is going to be everyone understood this. Good job. Yes, correct. Anyone has a doubt? So these are your O-level type questions. Okay. All right. Now let me ask you another question. What is the probability of obtaining different colors in both the drawers? There we go. 2 and 4. So the answer is going to be that's it. Understood the concept? So the whole thing what you have to understand is it's not about learning what grid is. The main thing is learning what actually probability is, how it works. If you can understand the concept means it's easy for us to answer the questions. All okay with this? Everyone? If anyone has a doubt or any questions, don't think about the others. If you have, ask me, I'll explain again. Okay, now I'll ask you another question, a very tricky question. Okay, very tricky question. Concentrate properly. Don't